What is up, YouTube? This is Yuger's Deck Profiles. I got another deck profile for you. I got a 6 Sams. They've always been a deck that I've liked ever since they came out with Shein back in like '08, I think. But I do like them. I took them over to my locals, and I did okay with them. I didn't top or anything, but I certainly did have fun with them, and it definitely did cost a lot of profits for a few decks. Yeah, without too much, let's just get straight into it. So first, with any 6M deck, you want to run triple Keyson. Keyson is just one of the best cards in the deck. As long as you control a 6M monster, you can special summon this. That's got another name rather other than Keyson. And if there are at least 2 other 6Ms with 2 different names, he gets a 300 attack boost. Now, being able to special him for just for having another name on the field is absolutely insane. Keyson is a really good card. He's your play extender. You're always searching for this guy. Next, I run triple Grandmaster. I do like Grandmaster a lot. Just a 21k beater. Effect, if you control another 6-hand monster, you can also special this guy. So he's really good for your OTKs. Another thing is, if he gets destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can grab another 6M from the graveyard and add it to your hand. Yes, Grandmaster, I do like him at 6. Very nice card. Next, I run triple Kageki. Another self-explanatory card. When you normal summon him, you special another one. And when you have another 6M on the field, he gains 1500 attack, which makes him really good. A lot of guys like to do a combo with them, with Shadow of the 6 Samurai Shein, where they pump him up to 2k, and then his own effect pumps us up to 3500, which is really not that bad. It's really good. But I just couldn't find a room for Shein. Yeah, no, Kageki, another play extender, just another really good card. Next, I run double Kagemusha. He's your level 2 tuner. Another really good card. You want to do with Kageki. Once you have these 2 on the first turn, it's already going to cost your opponent some trouble, because once Shein comes out, they have to go around him. But yeah, no, Kagemusha, another really good card. His effect is when your opponent activates something, or one of your 6M gets targeted by a spell, trap, or just really any effect, you can make it so they target this card instead. It can be pretty useful if you have it on the field. Next, I run double Elder with a 6M. Elder's another really good card. It's pretty much a Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster and you control nothing, you can special summon it from the hand. If you have these two, it's another. You can either have your Natori Beast or your Shein right there. But yeah, no, Elder, another really good card. Next, I run double of the hand. The hand of the 6M. I really do like this card a lot. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you control another 6M, you can tribute one 6M monster to pop one monster in the field. Usually you just use her to get rid of problematic monsters. Yeah, no, I actually use her quite a lot. I don't usually pop anything else. I just usually send herself. Just, you know, it's a bullet. Just sacrifice it for one another. I don't run a lot of the secret 6Ms. I personally did not like the secrets too much. They did have some good stuff, but not a big fan of the whole lot. But I do like Fuma. Fuma's a really good card. Fuma's effect is he's a level 1. He's also a tuner, which is really good. Keep in mind that it's a tuner. And if this card gets destroyed by battle or by card effect, imagine that, you can special summon one 6M from your deck, except itself. Also, if one of your 6Ms and exactly just one of your 6Ms will get destroyed, you can banish this card from the graveyard instead, which is really nice. Usually what you want to do is you want to ram into something, then special Kizaru, and Kizaru will search you something and just go off. Also, if you have another 6M, especially the older schools like a Shein, and you use Shein's effect, if it's about to get popped and you pop this instead, she still goes off. So you plus and you keep your Shein alive. It's really good. Or, you know, that's also another level 6. Or I should say, you know, if you normal this, special Keyson, that's your Shein right there as well. It's really nice. Next, you got COSRO. COSRO's another really good card. I only run 2, though, because you need to special him. His effect is, if you special summon this card, you can add a 6M to your, from your deck to your hand that's got a different tribute from every monster you control. So he's almost he's almost broken, because it would be special, search for Keyson special, and then rank 4. But he's an Earth, so when you get special summon, you search for another one that is not an Earth, which honestly really hurts. So I only run 2. Next, I run just one Hatsume. Hatsume is also really good. You banish 2 to special 1 from the graveyard. You banish 2 cards from the graveyard to special 1 from the graveyard, which is pretty good, pretty handy. I don't run a lot of them, so yeah. Also, it's got the same effect as all the other secrets. If one of your 6 amps and no other ones would get destroyed, you can banish it instead, which comes in handy pretty good. Next, we got Inishi. Inishi is really good, to be honest. I'm thinking about maybe taking something else out for a second Inishi, but I think 2 clocks as well. Inishi's its effect is during either player's turn, so it's a quick effect, and that's what's really nice about him. You can banish 2 6 amps from the grave and bounce a face-up card, face-up monster on the field, which is really good. It stops plays, that's for sure. That's it for the monster lineup. For the spells, we run double or triple, I should say, United. United is so broken in this deck. Draw 2, it's your Pot of Greed, and you normal and you special in this deck like crazy, so you're always going to get 2 counters on this. Or 2, counters. Oh, excuse me. United, we stand, it's a must at 3 in my own opinion. Next, I run triple of the Smoke Signal. Pretty self-explanatory. You search for a level 3 or lower 6 Sam. There's your Kagemusha, your Kageki, your Shien place. Then I run double of the Acid Tixum. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that. But this one's also pretty simple. You target one of your 6 Sams. You special 1 6 Sam from the deck that's got the same attack but different name. And then it gets destroyed at the end phase. So what your targets for this are your Elder, which brings out Kagemusha, and vice versa, your Kagemusha, which brings out Elder. You also got Kageki now with Fuma, and a few other ones as well. It's really good. Next, we have Dojo. Dojo is pretty good as well. It's every time you normal special summon a 6 Sam, you can put 1 counter on this. Then you can send this from the field to the graveyard to special 1 6 Sam from the deck based on how many you have. So now that we have Fuma, the level 1 tuner, you just got a normal 1 of the level 4s, and there's your Shien. It's really good. I'm contemplating running 3 as well, but I think with 3 just clock. Then of course the godly card, the gateway of the 6, the reason why 6 Sams are so good. If they put this back at 3, I can guarantee you 6 Sams are going to get right back up there where they used to be in the meta. But gateway is just an amazing card all around. Every time you normal or special a 6 Sam monster, this card gets 2 counters. Then you can remove counters to, it's not even once per turn, you can remove counters on this to do one thing. You can remove 2 counters to target a 6 Sam or Shien monster, and it pumps his attack by 500. Or you can remove 4 counters to add 1 6 Sam from your deck or graveyard to your hand. There's your Keysons. And or you can remove 6 counters to target a Shien effect monster and special summon it. It's really good. Next, 1 Rhoda, so we can search for more warrior. The whole deck is warrior. That's it for the spells. For the traps, I run a triple Margatama. I'm a big fan of this card, to be honest, just for the mere fact that it's a counter and it negates anything that destroys. That includes all of the Solemns, the Solemn Brigade. You know how we got Solemn Judgment back? Well, this is going to be really good against it. No Solemn Judgment, no Warning, no Strike. And everyone's just running a lot of those these days. And just Margatama is a staple for me, if I can be honest with you. It's a really good card to have. Then we have double-edged sword technique. Also pretty straightforward. You target 2 6 Sams in the grave, special them, and they get popped during the end phase. And last but not least, you got your Solemn Judgment. I am so glad this guy is back, guys. I cannot express how happy I am. Solemn Judgment was always one of my favorite cards. It was the original Solemn, and it just negated everything, and it still does, and it's an amazing card. That's it for the deck. For the extra deck, I have 1 Borreload, if you can make it, run it, my opinion, because it's just so good. 1 D-Talker, because it's D-Talker. Mrs. Radiant, as you can see, most of the deck is Earth, so it's really good to go into Mrs. Radiant so you can keep the combos playing. Then I run 1 Underclock Taker. Guys, this card, in my opinion, it is so underrated. 2 effect monsters is all that's needed. It's got a down pointer, and its effect is not too bad. You can target 1 face-up monster this card points to, and 1 face-up card your opponent controls. The opponent monster loses attack equal to the attack of your own targeted monster. So you get to run something over, and you get to... I honestly really like this card. That's it for the links. For the XYZ, I have 1 MXA Revoker. We do run a bunch of level 3s, and the Keysons are Earth, and also the The 6M guy is also Earth, so this guy can be pretty good. One Baguska because it's Baguska. One Castel for bouncing problematic issues. One Blade Armor Ninja for OTK. Double Shien. Shien is amazing. I don't know if you guys know what he does, but once per turn, you can negate one spell or one trap your opponent activates. That is amazing. I mean, it's really good. It used to be really problematic back in the day, and I think it still is. I mean, especially against pendulums, where you're just like, no, but negate. It's really good. Also, if this card will be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can destroy one of your other face-up 6Ms as well. Just a really, really good card, to be honest. Then we have your Natori package, your Beast and Barkion. Barkion says you can negate a trap by banishing 2 cards from your graveyard, and Beast says you can negate a spell by milling 2 cards. So that's what this deck is kind of based off around. Spamming, OTK, and negate. Also Black Rose, because I can make it. So nuking is also very nice. And last but not least, your secret 6-Sam Rehan. Rehan is I don't know. I like him and I don't like him at the same time. I would love this card if you could banish his cost for his effect. If you could banish his cost for his effect, which would make sense since, you know, the secret 6Ms go based on that, so it would kill his power while you use it. I think it makes total sense to do it, but not so much. So you need at least 3 6Ms with different attributes to make them. You don't need poly. You just send them from the field to the grave. Unfortunately, you cannot use your hand. You have to control the above cards. And it can't be used as fusion material as well, and you can banish 1 6-Sam card from your hand or face up on the field, then target 1 card on the field and banish it, which is really not bad. I mean, it's really not that bad. And also, if a 6-Sam monster would be destroyed or by battle or by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. The unique effect about this at the bottom is that it says monsters for your 6Ms. So all the secret Sams say, you know, if just one of your 6Ms is about to get popped, you can banish it. This one says even if all of them get popped, you can say nah. Not a big fan of Rehan, to be honest, but the times I've pulled it off, it's when I have no other choice. I'm always going for Shien first. But yeah, no, that's about it, really. 6Ms, I believe they're pretty good. I did really good at my locals. More than anything, I had a lot of fun, guys. The 6Sam deck is complete fun because it just goes off. You just special so many times. You bring out Shien, so they got to go around it. The one thing the deck does have problems with is running things over. You don't have a lot of fighting power. Your strongest monster is a Shien at 2,500 attack, which is not a whole lot. And you just don't have a lot of boost other than your gateway, but you can't really depend on gateway since it's at 1. So it's pretty tough, to be honest, but it's about just consistency. If you can, if you draw gateway and you have at least 2 normal summons and you can get this guy out, you can have the OTK. That's what 6Ms do. They storm the field and just OTK. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Let me know what deck profile you want to see next. Ugur's deck profile signing out. Give me a thumbs up, like the page, like the video, and I'll like you back. No homo.